You're listening to Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat, Blackpool Grand Theatre's podcast. Your fun-filled look behind the curtain. Get ready for incredible stories, backstage gossip, community highlights, and plenty of star power. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat. Today, my special guest is Rupert Sadler, who plays multiple roles in Midsomer Murders, which is coming to Blackpool Grand Theatre in early 2026. Rupert, how are you to start with?
I'm doing well, thank you. I've had my coffee this morning, so I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Luke?
Good. I'm not too bad. Thank you for asking. So, Rupert, just talk to me about your role in this production, because it's not just one singular role, is it? You play multiple throughout the show.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing with Midsomer Murders is there's lots of suspects and there's lots of residents. So what's great is almost the entire cast, we're all playing various parts, which is great because it keeps you guessing of who it can be. And it's nice to play such a variety of different residents in Midsomer, because like the TV show, everyone's got lots of eccentric people in the town. So lots of the hat of suspicion jumps on many people. So it's nice to have that go at trying some different people of various different intentions and mysteries revolving around them. And that's the other great thing is in the county of Midsomer, everyone's got a secret to hide. You know, obviously someone's committed a murder. I won't spoil who, but there are other secrets as well that are ready to be surfaced. So I think that's quite exciting as well.
And just on that as well, because it must be very tricky to go out on stage as one sort of character and then, you know, you have to transform into someone else and then into someone else in the show. How do you manage that, and how do you approach them all differently?
Well, funny you should ask that. We've just done a costume run because the costumes in this are fantastic. And also the costume changes are insane in the best possible way. Because one moment you're one of the Lassiters or the Rainbirds, and then one moment you switch and you become someone else. And you've got less than a minute to get into your next costume. And that's really wonderful. And the costume helps a lot. We've just been seeing everyone's wigs and costumes yesterday, and they're all fantastic. And you immediately transform. And I think the audiences are going to be really excited to see who's playing who, because it sometimes subverts expectations. And then so they're going to find that fun. But for us, it's that great way of playing with it. And the costumes help. But also I think it's finding the physicality and finding the voice and finding those differences between the characters, because often the ones we have for each of us are quite polar opposites of one another. So it's finding what makes this character completely different, both physically, how they walk, how they sound, maybe how they go about things as well. I've got one character that's quite light and fun and a bit snarky, but I've got one other character that's a lot more heavy and weighty, and the scenes, you know, there can be a lot more tension in some scenes, and the great thing about Midsomer, comedy as well. So you get to try and see, what are the differences? What can I really play up to in this scene, and what can I play up with this character? So it's fun.
And how similar, I'm just curious on this, is the production to the show itself, the TV show?
Oh, good question. So because obviously it started off as a book, didn't it? Caroline Graham wrote the book in the 90s, or even the 80s, I think. And then obviously the TV show, and this is an adaptation of the first episode of the TV show and the first book. So it's got a big fan base, and it's one of those things where so many people know Midsomer Murders, the TV show. And we're adapting it, you know, we are. And what's great about that is if you're a fan, I think you're going to see lots of little Easter eggs and moments and characters that are very faithful to the TV show. And you're going to, it's going to be like walking back into those shoes again. And especially seeing from the first episode, Daniel Casey, who was Sergeant Troy, returning as Barnaby this time. That's so lovely to sort of see that passing of the mantle from Nettles to Casey. But at the same time, I think it's important, if you're doing an adaptation, I mean, adaptations are everywhere now, and that's a great thing. But you're getting Back to the Future, you're getting various other shows like Greatest Showman, all those kind of things. They're all these adaptations are happening. So what you want to do is you want to stay faithful to the source material, the TV show, and highlight it and, have those Easter eggs. But you also want to maybe change things up a bit, because some things work better on theatre than they do on TV. And as well, you don't want to just regurgitate and have a carbon copy, because otherwise it's going to be boring. Otherwise it's going, well, why am I going to the theatre when I could just watch this at home? You want some changes and some differences. And I think the differences we've made in this production are going to be quite exciting. I think people who have seen the episodes and seen the Midsomer Murders TV series are going to feel the heart of it, but also go, whoa, I was not expecting that. That's really cool what they've done.
Grab your seats, theatre lovers. It's Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat.
I'm really intrigued by this. You've sold that so well. The show, of course, opened in Richmond. How excited are you guys to be just getting out into different places and performing in front of live audiences?
Oh, I'm so excited. Honestly, it's going to be... I haven't toured for a couple of years now, but to go out and tour again and to properly go to all parts of the UK, I'm very excited. I'm also very curious. About audiences, because I think different areas are going to have different reactions to some of the twists and turns with the show, because it's Midsomer Murders. It's a murder mystery. Obviously, there's death and there's other things that happen as well. And there's lots of jokes and whatnot, because it's got that nice light touch to it. So I think it's going to be fun seeing how all these audiences react. And what's wonderful is seeing how popular it is, because I've got everywhere, people I've spoken to, both I've got friends who live up north, I've got friends down south in Cornwall, I've also got friends in Norway and friends in America, and they all go, oh my God, Midsomer Murders. And I've been looking, and I was looking actually at Blackpool tickets, and it's already like selling out quite quickly, the at the theatre. So it's lovely to go, everyone is coming into the room and everyone is excited to see what we've got, and we're excited to show them as well. And
I guess, like you just added on there, it is a mystery. What is something that audiences should be excited about? What is that something in this production that will grip audiences, do you think?
Ooh, will grip audiences. I think something I really enjoy about this adaptation, The Killings of Badger's Drift, is we've got so many... there's so many different murder mysteries on at the moment, I think. You've got... And it's becoming all the rage. You've got Knives Out. You've got the Agatha Christie adaptations that are touring at the moment. You've got... you've just seen the Netflix film of Thursday Murder Club. Disney have got Only Murders in the Building. Murder is really popular. I don't know what it says about the British, but we love murder. But I think what is great about this adaptation is that it has a bit of elements of all of them, in terms of, yes, there is that nice sort of cozy tweeness of English countryside when it's, in the county of Midsummer. And I think it lulls you into this false sense of, it's nice, you're seeing your favourite characters return and whatnot. But as things go on, it starts getting darker and darker. Like the mystery itself and what it involves is actually, how do I say this without spoiling anything? There's so much, when you actually delve into it, just like in the original book as well, and this is the great thing about Midsomer, is it's that contrast between what's lovely, the cakes and the countryside, and everything seems all wonderful, but underneath that English facade, there's something very sinister underneath. And doesn't matter if we find the murderer or not, secrets will be uncovered, and the truth is shocking for all involved. And I think by the end, I think we're going to get some gasps. Particularly the final act, there's going to be some gasps, I think.
You're really selling this well. Just one final one from me, which is, why should people, or someone in Blackpool specifically, come and watch this show if they've never even seen the TV show?
So I think what's great about Midsomer Murders, it doesn't matter if you've watched the TV show or not, is I think what you want to go to the theatre is you want to be moved. And that, by what I mean by that, is whether it's a comedy, whether it's a musical, whether it's a horror play, whether it's a murder mystery, you want to feel a bit alive in that room, because you've got 1,000 people in the Blackpool Grand. It's a beautiful theatre. But there's a lot of people in the audience, right? And there is something so exciting when everyone in that room has that same energy. And I think the way we've gone about it, the twists and surprises and the turns we take along this mystery, I think it's going to be very exciting if you're the average theatre goer to see a play like this, because I think there is something so wonderful about not knowing what happens next. And that's very rare. Because I think often when you go to a theatre or a musical, you might know the songs already. You might know the dance moves. You might know, if it's a famous, Shakespeare play or something, you might know, I know where this goes in Romeo and Juliet. Trust me, you don't know where it's going in Midsomer Murders. And that's what's really fun. That's a rare opportunity.
I absolutely love this. You have sold it so well, Rupert. And we really appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. We really appreciate it.
No worries, Luke. I can't wait to join you guys in Blackpool.
And we can't wait for it. And as Rupert said, tickets are selling fast here at Blackpool Grand. Don't forget to book for Midsomer Murders Tuesday 10th to Saturday 14th of February 2026. And you can buy your tickets online via blackpoolgrand.co.uk or by calling box office 01253 290 190.
That's a wrap on Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat. Thanks for joining us at Blackpool Grand Theatre. And don't forget to like, most definitely follow, and join us again. Until next time, stay fabulous.